Hello, thanks so much for joining us. Today's topic, we're getting right in, 4 a.m. wake-up call. Reflections of Purpose. Hello, thanks so much for joining us. This is Twisted Threads, and you joined us for our Reflections of Purpose. And today, we're getting right into our topic, as always, 4 a.m. wake-up calls. I know you press play like, what is this girl going to get into today? So, this episode installment of Reflections of Purpose is actually inspired by my daughter-in-law, Courtney. And so when her and my son were preparing for their wedding, I stayed with them for a couple of days, to make sure they had all of the things in line outside of the party. The party they had down, the DJ, the music, the, dance steps, everything that was going to go on. And then all of the other details for the rest of the actual wedding where they were going to be exchanging their vows and what they needed to do and say. And it was a wonderful time. And so for the time that I was staying with them, 4 a.m. was pretty much my time to get up. And of course, Courtney paid attention to that. And so probably about after 3 days of me getting up about 4 o'clock, she's like, "Mom, why are you getting up so early?" And I explained to her, well, this is my work time. This is the time where I can create strategy around Twisted Threads, around the messages that I'd like to bring to folks, around just all of the different things that I have going on. I got rental properties, I got, resume building, I've got goal strategy sessions that I have with folks, and, hit me up on email, info@twistedthreadsllc.com if you want to schedule a time to go over goal strategy. But 4 a.m. wake-up call was necessary for me because I knew that the rest of my day was going to be kind of hectic. I was going to be running around for them. I was going to be meeting and greeting other family and friends. I was going to be trying my best to get to see as many of those folks who help keep my love tank filled up. So it required that 4 a.m. wake-up call. And I wanted to talk about this particular experience, not just for me, but for you. Because many of you out there are like, I don't know how I'm going to get this thing done. I got this dream. I think I know how to do this, whether it's candles, whether it's soap, whether it is beauty products, whether it is beauty tutorials. Shout out to Beau Artistry, who always keeps my face beat when I go through and keep me slaved for all of my special occasions. But it's a wonderful thing when we realize kind of the steps that it takes. And I remember having a conversation in reference to one of the folks that I do just share testimony with. And sometimes it's mentorship, sometimes it's sisterhood. But we usually get an opportunity to talk and chat about what are the things going on in our lives. Now, for many of you, not too many things a secret for what I'm doing. I'm here talking to, encouraging, inspiring, and impacting and transforming lives through Twisted Threads and all of the messages. But for many of you, you haven't yet pressed that record button. You haven't yet kind of taken the first step to where it is that you need to go. And so I wanted to just give you a little bit of inspiration today about the 4 a.m. wake-up calls. Now look, me getting up at 4 a.m. is not sustainable. I need sleep. But when I know that we've got a crunch time and I know that we've got things on point, all of the procrastination goes out of the window, and then I get motivated. I get to hear the ways that you all are being impacted by these messages. And then that 4 a.m. wake-up call sometimes needs to come back around again. See, I don't always get 8 hours of sleep, and it's not your fault. It is that I'm passionate about getting these messages out. And so if, 1 week a year, I need to wake up at 4 a.m. Maybe the next week will be 5. The next week will be 6. Whatever it is, I want you all to be inspired that even if you take 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. I remember, and I say this often, author Aaliyah King, we're Facebook friends and we went to the same high school. And I remember saying, I want to write, and my goal is to write for 30 minutes. So I think it was like an hour a day. And she was like, don't give that goal for yourself because it'll seem big. Start off writing 5 minutes a day. And then after you get comfortable writing 5 minutes, write 10 minutes. So week 1, week 2, week 3. And then you'll find that at the end, when you look up, when you bring your head up to look and see your progress, you'll find that you're closer to the finish line than you thought before. How crazy is that? Little incremental measurements still count. They still count for your goal. Don't discredit yourself. Understand this. If all you've got is from 6 to 6:30, make that thing work, sister. Make that thing work, brother. If you're working 12-hour days, take your lunchtime to strategize. And then every morning and every evening, give yourself 20 minutes towards your dream. Why? Because you're worth it. Because all of the work that we do for somebody else is not always putting something into our pocket, but if you got a message, you know I always talk to you all about collaboration. If it's something that you can't do yourself, hey, hook up with somebody else and figure out how you two together can make those dreams come true. Look, it doesn't mean that we all have to go towards the same journey and not have partners on the way. There are people who are a few steps ahead of you. Look, check and see the ways in which they did. If they have a true heart of mentorship and just a kind people, usually they'll share with you their blueprint. Now look, what we got coming up next, we're going to talk a little bit about the blueprint of creating big picture. I love it because, you know, I come on here and we tape usually several days at a time, but now we're looking just to kind of come into this series, and we know it's about the messaging and not always about the look, but the quality. So we understand that, and we're going to be doing better with getting our messages out, and we're glad that you joined us. Remember to like and share these videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as always, what? 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m. Make it an amazing day.
Reflections of purpose.